Today's date is January 3rd, 2017. This is my first video of the year, and we're here with Kathy, who has asked to remain anonymous on this for her own reasons, which I respect, but she really wants to get her story out. So we're making a video, and we're going to try and get good voice even with the box in the way. Kathy came to see me in September 2016 with a really bad case of Lyme and Babesia, both confirmed by laboratory testing. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And you were virgin to antibiotics, and you had taken a lot of herbs and supplements, and you got a lot worse on them. Is that correct?
I got worse, and I had very, very scary, painful Herx reactions. My body was so toxic, I really could not tolerate any protocols.
And you were attracted to us in part for ozone, is that correct?
Yes.
And tell us more about your symptoms, how bad the Lyme was and what it was doing to your brain. And you told me you didn't feel like you wanted to even be in your body.
No, no, it's not fun being in a Lyme body. You have chronic fatigue, anxiety, and panic attacks. I call them, panic anxiety attacks, but they're like these Lyme attacks that just completely are terrifying and shut you down. No energy to do anything. Very, very bad brain fog. Very clouded thinking. Just as you wake up day to day, I would just kind of like brace myself for the day and say, I'm just going to get through it. And then you just kind of duck and cover, and you just deal with feeling terrible and not really having the mind capacity or the energy capacity to deal with it. And I think that's a very common thing for a lot of people with Lyme.
So we saw you first in September, and I evaluated you, and one of the first things I pointed out was I thought you had a problem in your mouth at number 17.
Yes.
You're laughing.
What happened? I had never done muscle testing before, so that was a new thing for me. So I found that it blows my mind. It's amazing. I'm now a believer. It's such a good tool, but you can tell a little more of the story, but you found number 17, you muscle tested me, it was very weak.
I sent you to the dentist, and what did he find?
Well, and to back that up a little bit, you also said tooth 17 goes to my small intestine, and you didn't know this, but I have massive problems in SIBO infection in my small intestine.
That's small intestine bacterial overgrowth for the layman.
Yeah. And
so I didn't know this, and I said you could have a problem in your small intestine, and sure enough, there it was.
There it was. I went to go see Dr. Sen. He muscle tested me, also found the same thing you did, but he also wanted to do a cone beam scan. So we did look at all my mouth, but in the end, it was just that number 17. Which is what I found.
Which
is what you found.
Yes.
And he treated it, and then my muscle testing showed that it was resolved. But he did ask me next time I saw you to have you just double test his work.
Which I did today, and it was good.
It was good. So yeah, we're good. And I really would encourage people that. The teeth thing is amazing. It's amazing. Don't overlook it.
Thank you. And one other thing about the muscle testing, you asked me to check you for the amount of thyroid you should be taking, and you didn't tell me what it was that you were taking or what the dosage was. And I did check you, and I told you that you should take 3 a day. And then what was your comment?
That's my prescribed dose.
And that wasn't a prescribed dose that came from me. That came from someone else.
I didn't even bring those capsules in their original prescribed bottle. So I was really testing you today, and that's a fun thing about muscle testing. When it comes out so accurately.
That was, a woman did that to me last week with her teeth. You know that.
Yes.
You might have seen it. So now you did it to me with a drug, a hormone.
Yeah.
So you've had several 10 passes. You were getting 1 a week. You're now down to 1 a month. and want to share with the viewer what's happened to you.
Yeah, I really would like to. I would like to share just my story, and I hope it's a message of hope for others with Lyme, or that are struggling with and considering ozone. So I would say after my first 10 pass, I definitely felt an increase in energy. I had mentioned when I reported back on another visit that it felt like something was happening deep down on a cellular level. And I think that that continued through, say, my second and third 10 pass. But I didn't feel great during those. My experience is you don't herx with a 10 pass, but you do gently detox. It's incredibly gentle and important. And I think what was happening is that I was healing. And on my fourth 10 pass, I turned this amazing corner. And like many other people like me who have been sick for years and struggling, I had this moment after that fourth 10 pass, like the next day at home, where I woke up for the first time in a long time and actually was feeling excited about being alive that day and excited to the day. And it actually felt good to be inside my body. And I don't know when the last time it felt good to be inside my Lyme body was. And that's a really wonderful thing. You know, that's how, you know, the gift that we all should be having in our lives. My energy is doing better. I feel so much less toxic. I really think the ozone has gone in and cleared out something again on the cellular level. Things in my body just seem to be operating better. So I'm on the path of healing and doing better. And another thing that I mentioned to Dr. Rowan that I think is important is, like we talked about at the beginning of the video, I was not able to tolerate herbal protocols prior to the ozone. Well, I have now, after my fourth and fifth 10 pass, I did start on some herbals that he had muscle tested me for and had given me. And I felt, because I'm feeling stronger and better, that it was time to try them. And not only did I try them, I'm using them and I'm tolerating them just fine. I'm not having any herx reactions. So I think it's very powerful for people with Lyme that, you know, the ozone has given me the ability to now also be able to incorporate these other, you know, important healing.
Do you feel that they're adding efficacy to your overall treatment?
It's not like I'm not noticing anything good or I'm not feeling anything worse or necessarily better, but in my my soul, can I say that?
Yeah.
I know that it's important to be ingesting them and having them do their work. I guess the thing is I'm feeling better. So
good. That's what we're after. On a scale of 10, if you had 10 points of misery and 0 is no points of misery, and 10 points is what you started with, what would you give me down?
I'm gonna be somewhere of a 5 to a 6. I've come a long way in a very fast amount of time.
So are you saying you're 50 to 60% better, or 40 to 50%?
No, I'm saying I'm 50 to 60% better.
I'm delighted.
Yes.
That makes my day.
Good.
And I have your permission to post what we got here on YouTube.
You
Is that
do.
correct?
You have my permission, and I hope my voice is projecting.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Happy New Year.
You too.